Good morning to you. Johnson Central going for its third straight 15th Region Softball Championship last night. In the way of the Lady Eagles, Magoffin County. Yes, the ladies from Salyersville. Lady Hornets lost both times they played JC this season, including a week ago in the district championship at their place. The two teams have combined to win the last 5 region championships, JC with 3, Magoffin with 2. Lady Hornets, they come out swanging. Kristen Gamble lines one into center for a hit. Alexis Montgomery come on down, and it's 1-0 Magoffin. Next batter is Leslie Howard. She came up big the other night in the semifinal. How about this for a good start? Singles to left, another run scores. The Lady Hornets have a 2-0 lead, and the score would stay the same until the 6th. Bailey Daniel, bye. That's a solo shot. The Lady Eagles cut the lead into half, 2-1, down to their final out now. Elena Castle, oh no, it's over, right? Grounder, nope. Jazzy Howard's throw is late. Elena Castle is safe. Morgan Hobson would score, and we're all tied up at 2. We would go to extra innings, and in the 9th, Castle again. Oh my goodness, a double into the gap. Allie Winland scores easily to give Johnson Central the lead, and that ends up being the game winner. How about the freshman, Elena Castle? How about you, 2-3? The Lady Eagles are going back to Owensboro, 3-2, the final, a heartbreaking loss for Magoffin County, but JC gets the three-peat and is once again 15th region champs.
We'd beat them twice this year, and it was close games both times, and, you know, law of averages comes in, and you're worried if this is the time they're going to get you, you know. It would have been real easy for it to snowball on us and us end up losing that game because of the snowball effect. And we've done that this year a few times. We was in Lexington and stuff and played, but they held strong, they kept their composure, stayed calm, and they worked through it and got the win.
Okay, so there they are, the 15th region champion Johnson Central Lady Eagles holding up their 3s on the bus last night for the three-peat. How about some bus reaction now from Jayla Spurlock? There you go. Congrats to the Johnson Central Lady Eagles. They're off to Owensboro. Cannot wait to get there next week. Well, the Kentucky Athletics Hall of Fame ceremonies last night in Louisville, and this guy behind me, Philip Haywood, well, he is officially in that Hall of Fame. Haywood sharing a lot of good laughs last night in Louisville. He's Kentucky's most winningest football coach all time with 403 wins. 5 state championships also. The funny thing is, last night was when they unveiled this thing, his plaque, he saw that he had a hat on, which isn't always the case when he's on the Belfry sidelines.
Well, I was saying, I laughed at first, actually, and I said, hey, I'm in a hat. And rarely do I wear a hat. That was my first thought. That was in a championship game, and it was in snow and ice, and it was pouring down the rain in between. And so you basically were putting on anything that you could wear. And so that was the one time I think that I'd wear a hat on a real rainy night. Most of the time my coaches laugh at me and say, you don't wear a hat well. And so that kind of struck me when I said, hey, they got a picture with me in a hat. But other than that, I just felt really honored that I would be on the wall.
Okay, from one Hall of Fame to another, officials with the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame made a trip to the mountains yesterday afternoon. The Hall of Fame is designed to preserve the history and tradition of high school basketball in the Bluegrass. Vice Chairman Billy Reed says most of that history is in the state's small towns, more specifically right here in eastern Kentucky.
I think the schools from the small communities throughout Kentucky are really at the heart of the story and why basketball is so beloved in Kentucky. A lot of these communities were poor communities in some areas. They didn't have a lot to be proud of, so everybody rallied around the high school basketball team.
Again, congrats to the Johnson Central Lady Eagles for punching their ticket to Owensboro. Also want to mention that the Warriors beat the Cavs in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. That's a final look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning.